Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Allthemod 7, and we are of course in our favourite dimension, which we have been in for the past pretty much week. We set up a massive reactor. That was after we set up our automated fuel for the reactor. We set up a massive turbine, and we set up an SPS system. This thing creates antimatter, and this whole system creates antimatter, but at the moment, it creates it slowly because our system is low on power. Now we have a massive turbine here. This thing generates an insane amount of power. So where is it? Where's the power? Well, in order for it to make power, it needs steam. Steam we get from this guy, but only when he's running. Which I guess I can turn him on, and that probably will actually solve pretty much most of the issue, to be completely honest. But that's not the point. That's not the point. How much power is this guy getting now? Still not too much. He should be getting... What's going on here? He should be getting a lot of power. Have I not... Do I not have the plug set up? I don't have the plug set up. I have... Hold on. Hold on. I've confused myself. I should be able to place that right there, right? And then, yeah, okay. And then I just disable the limit. And we're suddenly moving like 400 million RF per tick. And this thing's empty. That makes sense. Okay. So there we go. But yeah. So, he works, but only when he's obviously turned on. Now, that's fine at the moment. We're processing stuff. But we won't always be processing stuff. And the other part is like, once we've finished processing, we sort of still want power to, process the rest of the polonium we have. And so we need this turbine on pretty much 24/7, which means we need a way to generate steam 24/7. The other issue with having this reactor on all the time to generate steam is if we come down here, although we have a lot of storage and we can increase this storage, it is limited. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to make it insanely big for it to not be an issue at all, which we could do. It's an option, but I think the better option is just to generate steam a different way. So, how do we do that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's another multi-block. Now, we're going to have to go and create the blocks for this, so the patterns and whatnot, in the crafting area. There's going to be some lag as I traverse through the different dimensions, so bear with me as we do this. It is called the boiler. So there's obviously boiler casings, there's boiler valves, and then there's a few other blocks we can use. So one of the things we need, I believe, is... I think it's a superheating element. We grab one of these guys. This thing provides the heat to the liquid, right, to turn it into steam. Then we have a pressure disperser. This thing separates the steam from the water, I guess. And then we also need a way to heat that stuff up. And there's a few ways to do it, which is interesting. There's this way, which was recommended, which is a fuel wood heater. But then there's also a resistive heater, this guy here. This guy also generates heat, but he uses power to generate heat. And so I don't know, is it smart to use power to generate heat from a thing that we get power from the heat generate? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're sort of creating an infinite energy glitch, which wouldn't work in the real world. You know what I mean? It might not matter. It might work regardless. So once again, it might not be an issue. I don't know why I went through here when we had the waystone set up. Hold on. Okay, so now you might be wondering, how big is this structure going to be? We had the reactor that was 18 by 18. We have the turbine here that was 17 by 17, so that you can have a middle for the turbine, like an actual middle piece. Well, this next one is actually an 18 by 18. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Obviously, this time around, it's going to be one block further because we've got that guy over there. So what we probably want to do is dig down here. It is going to be... I guess we'll dig here. I guess. We're going to essentially go down to... Oh, well, I guess just to that level right there. So, yeah, that actually isn't too bad. So this is obviously the bottom level. Then we're going to dig all the way through here, and we're going to want to dig it to, like, that point. So, what I'll probably do, at least for this little testing here, is small tunnel. And we'll just do this until we, I guess, until we get to where we needed to go. Which would be right here. So, obviously, I need to do this, and then, like, that's where we go from. So, where do we go from here? Well, for starters, I guess I could, like, chop all this stuff up. That's probably a good idea. Alright, and then from here, I actually like to use this guy in here, the destruction gadget. I've got him set up to actually do exactly what we want. He's currently doing 16 by 16, or I guess apparently 17 by 17 by 16. Either way, this is pretty much what we want to do. Right click right there. Now this thing voids all the blocks. We don't get any of that sand. It's gone. It's never coming back. So you want to be very careful using this thing because you could literally wipe your base out and you're pretty much back to square one. And then obviously we need to clear this one. realistically, we can get away with using this. I can hold shift, I can move the right side and click confirm. And now as you'll see, it just does it in a straight line. Cool, that saves me a lot of time. We'll put this guy away, make sure we're not breaking anything. And now it is time to order the pieces and build the stuff. So, what are we looking at? As per usual, I'm not entirely sure how many blocks we need. We will also be using glass, and we found out last time that we actually can get away with using the reactor glass. So let's order like 1,000 reactor glass. Let's order some boiler stuff. How many do we want? I'll order 1,000. I don't know how much we need, but we just crafted 1,000, and that was pretty easy. Like, this might be overkill, I'm not too sure, but I'll tell you what, we're gonna find out. Now, once again, I've never built one of these before, so I'm gonna give it a shot, but it's definitely possible that it doesn't end well, you know what I mean? And that it's not as easy as I'm suspecting it to be. So we've got the build to me mode, which means I can sort of just, well, build to me, which makes building at least most of this quite easy to do, as you can see right here. Okay, once this whole level's built, what happens next? Well, my understanding here is you use the superheating element, which we're going to want probably a bunch of this as well. Let's maybe get like, I don't know, 200? Is that a decent amount? So we'll get 200. Now, the issue I have at the moment is the little wiki I looked at showed me an example of like a 3x3, right? Which is obviously a completely different size. So I'm not entirely sure how we go about building this, but I have some ideas. I have some ideas. So I think what we do is the superheating elements go on this level, like so, and they connect through. Do these multi-block together? They do, yeah. That seems pretty accurate. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Once again, I'm going to give it a shot, just going off the little wiki I'm looking at the moment. And if that doesn't work, we'll obviously consult a better wiki or a different post that maybe makes a little bit more sense. So we'll try this. We'll see how it goes. The bit that confuses me about this build is there seems like there's going to be a lot of empty space if I'm just doing one layer of the superheating element and then just like water and stuff. So I'm not too sure what the play is, I guess, in that regard. But I'll tell you what, we're going to find out. I'll probably end up looking at a little, or doing a little bit of Googling to try and figure it out. We'll F3 and A to connect them all. It's looking pretty powerful regardless at the moment. I might actually look it up because, I don't know, I'm just going to be guessing otherwise. Alright, I did the bare minimum, and I think we just do one layer. I'm pretty sure. And now we do have a few options in regards to the outskirts here. I think we could have placed like glass in this layer here, but obviously I sort of want it to look similar to how we've built it here. So I think what we do now is the glass on the walls, and we build up the wall as these casings. Now, it's not just this. There is the pressure stuff we have to put at some point, and the pressure stuff is interesting. The pressure dispersers. What they do is they obviously separate the steam from the water, and what you can do is you can put it at, I believe, any level. So for example, we can knock it off right at this level right here, and what that'll mean is below here the steam will be created, so a bunch of water will be stored, and then above here there'll be capacity for steam, and you can have that be different levels. So we can sort of, I guess, build it however we want in that regard. What I might do is mark this off here, and we'll try and do that. In regards to this wall here, honestly, we could probably place a valve right here. Like, let's get one of these boiler valves. We'll probably want, I don't know, a few of them. We probably don't need 10, but I don't know, we'll craft 10, why not? So I'll slap at least one of these on the wall here. And that will hopefully provide the stuff into that multi-block there. I guess I might have to configure it. At the moment, it's output steam, output coolant, input only. I think I want to output steam, obviously. Output steam into this guy. That should work beautifully. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Obviously, at the top, we'll have an output to put the water away. So maybe we can slap that over here as well. We can slap it there. That's a nice spot for it. Oh, actually, is it? Because we're probably going to have glass at the top, so I kind of don't want to put it there, actually. Let's probably put it like, I really don't know where to put it. Where do we go ahead and hide this? I guess this wall over here is probably going to be completely full of boiler casings. So we'll probably do this, and I'll just pick a spot to place it along here. That probably makes the most sense. So we'll jump over here. We'll slap this guy down here. Place the valve here. Lots of here's and there's. We're going to have this one be output coolant. I'm going to search trash can. We'll grab a fluid trash can and we'll slap that guy there. And that should do the trick. So the water should go there. The steam should go there, I guess. Sure. In regards to everything else, this wall, obviously I want it to be more casings. So we'll go ahead and finish that guy up. And the rest of these, I actually want to be the reactor glass. Now, I do notice that, once I grab all this out, this front wall might not look as cool because it's like a little bit covered, but I think it actually will look cool. I think it will actually work in its favor. So how do we want to do this? I think I want to place, do I want to place glass there or do I want to just have glass here? I'm not sure. We'll probably just do this. So I'll select this stuff and we'll go ahead and build all this. Why not? All right, we are actually almost done. I don't believe it will start up now that I've finished the build. But we've got a general, I guess, experience here. So what we want to do is place down our pressure dispersers that we don't have. So we'll go pressure disperser. We actually do have a stack. I actually wanted about 200 more, I think. Oh, not that much. We can probably do 186. I think that adds up to 250 if you add the stack onto it. Maybe. We'll find out. And then obviously we want to create a level of this. And I'm going to place the level right here. So pressure dispersers. Once again, it's possible this doesn't work, but I'm also kind of hopeful that it will. Now, we've obviously made a little bit of a mess here in terms of where I stand. I think I can stand here and just sort of do it this way. So we'll do that. We'll just go until it's red. Yep, there we go. Pressure dispersers. Yep, here they go. We might need more than what I just got. I'm not too sure. I didn't triple check or double check. But that might be enough. Maybe, if we're lucky. Fingers crossed. And almost. How many does that we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe? Hopefully. I guess actually there's more still in there, so... No, wait. Superheating element. Hold on. And we want pressure dispersers 5. Once again, the weather where I'm at the moment is pretty hot, and it's only going to get hotter, so I do apologize if in any of these videos are now and in the near future, if they're like, occasionally low energy, you know what I mean? At some points, I do apologize. It's, not intentional. It's just, I don't know. As you get sweaty, it's sort of just like, I don't know. It just drains you. But we'll see how we go. So this, I believe, will work. One thing we will need is obviously fluid input because we need to put water in there to be, you know, not voided, but transformed. So we're going to place this guy here. Make sure he's set to input, which I think is just default. We'll go ahead and place a sink here, I guess. See how that goes. I still don't know what the coolant output is. I'm not too sure, but whatever. And the other thing we're going to need is actually heat, obviously. So, in the heat department, we might want to, and this might be a bit silly, but I'm going to pick you up. Actually, you'll probably stay the same. But I'm going to place the sink here, right? Hope that that works. And then all of these ones, I'm going to make valves, right? So that we can potentially put heat in from all of these. Potentially. Realistically, we can probably do it through one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the problem with that would be, what's the problem with that? I don't even remember what the number was. The problem with that would be not necessarily a problem. Yeah, I don't know. I figured this was cool. It's better safe than sorry, so we'll make this stuff and we will be safe. So, is this build done? I believe if we go and get rid of this guy real quick, hopefully that doesn't anger the neighbors, we should be able to place down our glass and hopefully see some red particles. Oh, we do. Okay. Now, at the moment, there's nothing. In the perfect world, it fills up with water already. Okay. So, unlucky. What that means we'll need to do is have a way to put water in. That's fine. We've got some ways. I'm probably going to use integrated dynamics because I believe it's just the best way to do it. So, we're going to get a fluid interface, and I believe we want to get a fluid exporter. So, we'll search exporter. We'll go fluid exporter, and we'll grab this guy. So, we'll grab these. The fluid interface is going to go on the sink, which can now go, I guess, there. Why not? So we'll have the fluid interface. That gives our integrated dynamics network access to the infinite water in there. We'll have an fluid exporter there to output the water there. And then what we want is a logic cable. So we'll grab one of these. And then we will also want a variable card. So we'll place the logic cable. That connects to the two interfaces. Then we'll open the exporter. As you can see, the arrow points into where it's going to go. It's sort of like a bit of an arrow shape there. a little bit, maybe. And we're going to place this guy in export all fluids. For starters, as you can see, it puts water in. It's going to take a long time to do that. You can barely even see, maybe if you squint. How much can it hold? It can hold 40 million millibuckets, so 40,000 buckets of water, and 391,000 buckets of steam. So pretty good. And what we're going to do is open this guy up, click on the plus here, cycle through until we see fluid transfer rate. We're going to backspace all of these. Then we're going to press 9 a bunch of times until we see an X in the bottom right. We're going to backspace until it's a tick. And then we're going to look in here and it's full. So that increases the transfer rate a lot, which is good. Now the steam output, or sorry, the fluid output should happen automatically. It should output the coolant, I guess, into here, which there shouldn't be any coolant. Wait. Thermoelectric boiler. I'm not too sure. I'm a little bit confused. Is this for maybe if I had superheated sodium? I think that's possible because I know there is liquid sodium and it gets superheated, right? So I imagine if I'm doing water, I get steam. If I do sodium, it stays as a liquid, but it's just like, it's now in the coolant, maybe. Honestly, I'm not too sure. Because, yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. Either way, the next thing is going to be the temperature. So at the moment, obviously, nothing's happening. We don't have enough temperature to boil this stuff. If we go ahead and search for steam, where are we? If we search steam from mechanism, we can see in the boiler, I guess the temperature needs to just be a little bit. What's it? Yeah, no output here unless you put sodium in, and then you get sodium as the output with steam. Oh, okay, so you get steam regardless. Interesting. Okay, so we can either heat up water into steam, or we can use sodium and water to make steam and cooled sodium. I gotcha. Sure. I don't necessarily see a point at the moment, but I think I understand the general gist. So next up is heating this guy up. In terms of wood, we have a bunch of mineral, sure. In terms of resistive heaters, we can craft on. So we're going to craft on, and I'm going to put it to the test and see if somehow we make more power here. So this guy I'm going to place there. He should output heat into here, which I believe he's done. Now the steam I've just realized is going to be automatically going in here. So we won't even know when it's working aside from this will be full of steam. So at the moment we can see it's dropping. We've got 31 million millibuckets and it's dropping. So if I come back over here and we go ahead and grab a flux point. I want to use flux points so I can monitor how much power is going in and just everything in general. So inside here, 40,000 going in. We can disable the limit. This guy is in theory heating up a bit. As you can see, the number's going up ever so slightly. Actually, it tells me the rate, doesn't it? Yeah, boil rate, 0. So if I open this up and we type this to be 1000 RF per tick, it will heat up. This guy will heat up. As you can see, quite slowly. Let's go ahead and bump this up to 10,000. Boom. So this guy should heat up faster. What I'm thinking, because as you can see, it's sort of not doing a great job. What if we do use the thermo pipes, these guys here? What if we use these? Realistically, I should make a pattern for these, so I do apologize for, I guess, everything we're witnessing at the moment. Yeah, oh god. Oh, here we go. Okay, it took a long time again for the, what do you call it? The, I really can't think. Also, do we see steam in there? Not quite. Oh, we see water. That's beautiful. I really can't think of what I was trying to say just before. I really can't think. The obsidian, we still need to upgrade that stuff. But anyhow, we can slap all this down. And as you can see, it's got some heat in it, it looks like. We can hold crouch and look, we see nothing. Awesome. We can place a resistive heater next to this guy, like here, for example. Boom. He connects and he outputs heat. And as you can see, he's doing it. It's heating up. I don't know how to make it, I guess, go too much faster. Like if we go back to 10,000 for the heat, is it transferring it faster? I kind of don't think it is. What I might do as well is... Oh, I didn't actually want to do that. What I was going to say we might want to do is set this stuff up to extract and this stuff to input, just to like double check for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to tell. Like, okay, the boil rate... Okay, we're actually boiling now. Beautiful. So the boil rate is up. The max boil exists. And it's not looking good. Is it? Boil rate? Yeah, maybe it is max. Boil rate looks pretty good. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. If I do this to 40,000, right? I don't even know if we have enough RF for that. But does this change anything? Oh, it does. Okay, so it does go up further, which means this guy makes more power, or makes more steam, which means this guy fills up more. But that's just not really happening at the moment. Is that because... I don't know why that is. Because that's a lot of power we're currently using, obviously. Let's bump this up to 100,000. Like that. So this guy is now even hotter, obviously. He's making 3,000 millibuckets per tick, allegedly. That's my understanding. And so as a result, this guy will have like barely any in him. I mean, with this much, he doesn't generate enough to make that worthwhile. Am I wrong? I don't think he does. Okay, hold on. Let's pick this guy up. Right? That stuff will drop. What is this fuel wood heater? This fuel wood. What is the point of it? Let's go ahead and craft, 10 of these. We'll get that stuff built. We'll hook it up, and we'll see just how well they do. Because I feel like there's no shot they do well. Large quantities of heat by burning combustible items. Sure. I believe you. I totally believe you. I'm going to place them like this. And as we can see, they do appear to connect. So we'll place a bunch of these down. That's good enough for now. So in these guys, they're doing nothing at the moment. If I grab maybe charcoal, does it do stuff? Charcoal goes in, it generates heat. This guy realistically should increase, but I mean, he's kind of not. If I take this out and we spread this up amongst all these spots, put some in there, put some in there, and do the same for all of these, do we get... Do we like actually see anything? I don't... I'm not too sure how to... I feel like I'm meant to be using this, that sodium they talk about. Because yeah, like this is going to make what? 63 millibuckets per tick. I mean, that's nothing, right? Like, am I crazy? But that's really just nothing. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm meant to do here then. How do I heat this up? Okay, so I did my patent pending bare minimum research, and I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what the purpose is. It's possible I've just built this too big. You know what I mean? It's also possible that I just need it to take longer to heat up. You know what I mean? Because even like at this rate, like it slowly heats up, sort of thing. Another thing that I could try is just a crazy amount of power, right, into this guy, and this will heat it up realistically like crazy. At least that's what it should do. The max boil. So we're now making 29,000 millibuckets per tick. I mean, no, because the temperature's not going up anymore. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much just stagnant there. Do I need more superheaters? I feel I must need more superheaters, right? I think I need more I think that's the trick here. Let's lower this guy back down. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna put more superheaters in, okay? Because that just seems like the play. So let's go superheater. Let's go ahead and click on this. Let's order like 1,000. Let's just... Oh, we are missing coal, surprisingly. All right, let's, instead of ordering 1,000, order, I don't know, 500. Is that on the table? No, we still need coal. What? What's going on in the coal department? We just don't have much at all. Okay, fair enough. And that's for the steel. And the steel uses... yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't have much at all. Why don't we have much at all? Hold on. We are in a predicament. We are in a coal predicament. Okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do I alter my recipes to use charcoal instead of coal? I think I do, because we can make charcoal a lot easier. Arguably not a lot easier, but we can make charcoal. you know what I mean? So the steam is in the enriched doohickey. And the enriched doohickey might be a problem. That's going to be in here, and that's this. Oh, we actually do have it set up to use charcoal. Interesting. So, what's the problem, officer? Steel. We go here, steel ingots. We go ahead and craft like 1,000. And it says we're missing coal, blocks of coal. But we have a bunch of charcoal. Okay, let's look one more time. So for this recipe, if I want like, I don't know, add a couple zeros there. Obviously unrealistic number. Yeah, iron dust, craft steel dust. Okay, so maybe I need to look at... Yeah, none of... This isn't even what we're using. We're not even using this. We're using... It's doing the steel dust recipe. And the steel dust recipe is in here somewhere. I'm going to have to track it down. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? The steel dust might actually be in the crafter, right? Yeah, steel dust. Here we go. So what I need to do is I need to press use on this, look for the hammer recipe. Is it only coal? It's only coal. That's just... Oh, hold on. He's not powered. Oh, hold on. We're actually like... All of this is doable. Hold on. What do I need to do here? I need to open this up. Nope. I need to open... How do I need to open this up, the crafting monitor, and I need to cancel all of them, and I need to put some power here so that this guy can run and actually make the steel, right? I guess that's still not much. And then we're gonna search superheat, and we'll try this again. I'll go like we'll do 190. Can we do that? We can. It's still not using what do you call it? Charcoal, but I guess that makes sense. So once this is crafted, which it pretty much will be, I might take this pattern out, this one here. All right, I'm gonna take the steel recipe out, and now if I order, the superheating, is it gonna actually use charcoal? No, it still wants to use the steel dust. All right, let's edit this to, instead of using steel dust, use alternatives forged steel. Apply, set, update this. Okay, beautiful. So now it should use the enriched stuff, I believe. So now if I search for superheating and we click on this and I say 300 please. Oh, not 1,300. Still not happy. Why is it using steel dust? Actually, no, it should still be steel dust, right? But it's like this steel dust that we want. So hold on. We were right. That's my bad. This is the steel dust we want. So that is the right recipe. And so then what's the issue? I don't understand what the problem is. We go in here. We search superheating. Click this. Try this again. 300. Start. Missing steel. Yeah, but you meant to make it, buddy. You make it. You literally, you craft the stuff. It's the whole, like, there's nothing in there because you meant to craft it in here. Hold on. I think we need to alter this recipe. This one here needs to be this recipe. And this requires, hold on. All right, so and then this will be crafting 8 at a time, just based on how much we get from an enriched coal. So we grab that, bear with me, place this guy in here. Now we should be able to do it. That's my bad. Once again, I'm blaming the hot weather. That's gonna be my go-to excuse for a little while. We'll press start. Yep, now it's gonna order it using charcoal. Wonderful. It is gonna take longer because it's gonna do this, which as you can see, just takes longer. I don't know if we have a way to speed this up realistically. So yeah, we've got time in a bottle, obviously. It does a decent amount, but yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of waiting, I feel. Okay, in the meantime, we'll go back and we'll place down what we've got, and I guess we'll see if it even makes a difference. You know what I mean? Because I think we've got just about enough to do at least like another like layer down here. So we'll do that. But I'm not too sure where we go from there. Alrighty, we have a few more superheating elements. Hopefully they're enough because the steel is it's struggling to say the least. Jump in here. 1, 2. What's that? We need what? 6 more again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 8. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, nice, awesome. There was still 10 more. Beautiful. So, we now have another layer, another complete layer. We can glass that up, we can connect it. It's obviously built again. Now, it should say in here that it has double the, yep, it has 480 superheaters now. That means it can obviously store a little bit less water. The steam part at the top's still the same. That should be fine. So, we can, in theory, try this again by upping this to, say, 100,000. And what do we see? Burn rates, I guess what you'd expect. You know, I'm thinking, is it possible that we've got too much water? You know what I mean? I think it might be, and I have an interesting idea. Let's lower that. Hold on, did I? Yeah, I think I did 100,000. We're gonna go ahead and move that layer at the top to be further down. So this entire thing I want to grab. That's my master plan right now. So we're going to grab all this. It's going to look a little bit weird because obviously it won't be lined up with the border. But I'm going to place it like there. You know what I mean? Like on this level. So there's one gap of water that can sit in here. And I just want to see what happens. Because obviously I'm not too sure what to expect. Not superheating elements, sorry. What do we need? The pressure stuff. Yeah. We know what we're doing. We're experts. So we'll select that. Run back over here. And I will be back. Alright. We're connected in. I can place this back on. Now water only fills up this little spot here. And then we've got the massive storage for potential steam, right? Steam's massive, a little bit of water. So now, if I up this once again to like 100,000. And we look in here. Do we have a higher burn rate? A higher boil rate? I feel like we just don't. This really doesn't seem worth it at all. Like, am I crazy? Let's do 1 million again. 1 million FE per tick. And then this is how much is like dissipated and stuff. Sure. What's the max rate? Boil capacity, 153,000. Like, that'd be good. Because over here, if we look at this guy, he doesn't... I guess the number is going up. I guess. And we've got, what, 2 million? We're currently producing 84,000, right? 84,000 RF per tick. But we're using so much more. Like, look, in here, what are we getting? We're getting 1 mil pulled out, but that's because this number here is draining. You can look in the top right, it's draining. Whereas over here, we are sending back into the system 1 million. Oh no, this is emptying 1 million. I guess, yeah, well I guess that's it. We're using 1 million and we're not, I guess, creating 1 million. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know. Let's do 100,000. So he's only drawing 100,000 now. This guy should only be pulling 100,000, roughly. And in here, is the number going up? No. It's going from 27 to 26. I don't know how, yeah, to 26. And we're only making like 12,000 and dropping. So, I mean, what is the point of this thing? Listen, I genuinely don't know the point of it. I tried, as you can see. I mean, we built it. It boils. It's just, I thought that was going to make me a lot of steam, whereas it seems more like that's kind of not the case. I don't know. I'm quite baffled by it. Regardless though, it's possible again that maybe we need more superheating elements because it is a stat that it's telling us. Like it's telling us how many superheaters we have, so maybe we just need more. Maybe, or maybe we need less. Maybe a smaller one is more efficient for us at the moment. But yeah, I don't really know what to do. There is another thing we can try. Well, there's two things involving mechanism. One is we can try to use the sodium. Once again, I obviously don't know how it works. The sodium goes into a fission reactor. It creates coolant at a 1-to-1 ratio, right? And then you chuck it into the boiler and it will give you steam and cool coolant. And then that's the play and you run that back around. Is this worth doing? Please do let me know, because I kind of almost don't feel like it is, but let me know if it is. And then the other option is apparently just a fusion reactor. So I don't really know. I'll be honest though, I'm exhausted for whatever reason, so I am going to wrap this one up here. You might get a checking out base video as well today, just because, I don't know, I feel like maybe I don't know if I'm cutting this video short or if it's just, I happen to be exhausted. And I feel like we haven't done, I sort of feel bad because it's, I don't think we've, I mean, this thing doesn't really, I mean, it works, but it just doesn't seem to work well, which seems a little bit disappointing, but hey, I guess saves you a little bit of time making it yourself, at least for now. But yeah, we'll see what we do, because I would like this guy to run 24/7. Maybe our best bet is genuinely to just make a giant wasteland, as in just giant radioactive barrel mess. I'm not sure. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you are enjoying it. In terms of series, I believe we have Stone Block 3 starting up soon. I think we've got the server set up for it already in our Discord if you're interested in, I guess, jumping in there. I should be able to play on the server as well because I believe they give you dimensions for like each player that joins. You get your own dimension, which means if the server gets laggy one day, I can download my map, right, for single player, like just my dimension. In theory, I haven't tested it yet. And then once again, I can play for a bit and then I can once again just upload it back to the server if the server's not laggy one day, so on and so forth. So yeah, we'll see what happens. In regards to everything else there, I'm not sure where we have stone block. I'm not sure if stone block's on the new hardware. I don't think it is. But I mean, it shouldn't lag, but obviously, I don't know. It's nice to have that out. As well as just like if players are on and stuff. Like, what's this? Is that the input for the water? The water's flowing down there. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. But it's also kind of pointless because this machine just feels pointless to me. Anyway, give me some tips with this. Maybe I should have looked it up a little bit more to, I guess, understand the purpose of it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, like, maybe is it good now? I don't... Not a clue. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Goodbye.